Good morning, welcome back to the shop. Things are looking a little different. We have started the fairing process. First thing that I went ahead and did was rolled a coat of gel coat all over everything, nice waxed roll of gel coat to get it cured up and kind of just be able to see what I'm working with here, what needs more attention and what's relatively smooth. So much easier to do when it's all one color. So. Also had a couple other little irons in the fire. Got a leaning post back there that I've been building. Not sure if that video is going to come out before or after this one. And drugged console inside. Starting to get ready to get this girl put back together. So stay tuned and we're going to smooth this girl out. All right, so here we go. This is all cured up. It was all put on yesterday, so it is ready to start the sanding process. You can see there's still a lot of bumpies and rough edges, so I do like to use a little roll of gel coat first. It does fill in some of the weave, and it's easy to sand once it's fully cured, but you can see spots where we have where it was laid up on the mold there, where it's relatively smooth, and then obviously where I tabbed it down. So first thing is just to knock the high spots off. This is what we're kind of looking at, a lot of stuff like that. So we're gonna hit it with 60 or 80 grit. Just go over the whole boat, focus a little more on the really rough things. And once that is in a better shape, we'll start breaking out the fairing compound. And just like that, the first rough sanding is done. So basically all this did was knock any of the real pokey, jagged parts off. It's still obviously very rough. And then once that was done, I went back over the whole boat with a good wipe down of acetone to get any of the remaining wax off of it. Dust particles and such, and now we're moving on to the fairing compound. What I'm using for this is just a gel coat putty that I'm mixing up. So got the gel coat that I'm using for everything else, putting a little splash of wax in there, and a cup full of silica. It's actually probably about halfway, I would say, full of silica, and then the wax and the gel coat, and stir it up. Now this is still, needs some stirring obviously, but this will, smooth out pretty easy once you start spreading it. And then I transferred into these little, 9 ounce solo cups that I buy about, 100 at a time for like 10 bucks. So much cheaper than, buying these big mixing cups. So just transfer a little in there, do small batches so you don't waste anything. Buy these spreaders in bulk, and I'm just going to go down, and start at it. So tip for this, I like to break this down into sections because you got a lot to do, and it'll get very overwhelming if you're just standing back going, oh my God, look at all this. So what I'm going to do first is start on the cap, kind of the low-hanging fruit here, because it'll give you, a little small victory, something to look at. I'm just going to run down this line here. You can see this part is all relatively smooth. So I'll fair this whole seam in where I wrap the glass around it. And then I'll probably move to the tabbing that's all along the floor. And remember, there is going to be a console here and a huge live well tub here. And most of the rest of this is going to be covered in non-skid particles. So you do not need to go for perfection. Obviously, however, whatever finish you're happy with is, what you want to go for. But your vertical surfaces, things that are gonna, look a little nicer, not be covered in sand particles, you'll want those to look a little better, but it's not as daunting as it first seems. And once you get the first, coat on, it, it just gets better with each one. So let's get to it. All right, admittedly, that needed to be stirred up a lot more before I started spreading it. But the, just had to work it a little extra with the spreader, and it is only the first coat, so it's definitely getting sanded down. But that, yeah, I'll stir that up a lot more. I had a couple lumps in there, as you could see, when it first poured out that needed to be flattened out and mixed in pretty well. I ended up doing that on the gunnel. Anyways, yeah, that's the process. Do that, walk away from it, let it cure, sand it, acetone wipe it, do it again, walk away from it, let it cure, sand it, acetone wipe it, and then do that until you die. And then eventually you'll have a smooth boat. And that's what you're left with. You can see it's 100% not perfect, but to start, it's coat one. I went ahead and went all the way up and over and back down. So once this is fully cured off, probably just gonna keep going. Run all the seams, do this rear deck, and then just walk away and do something else for the rest of the day. Let it really cure. It's pretty hot. Should kick fast, but it's also pretty humid because, Florida, going in the summertime already. 90 degrees in here, so about 90% humidity already. So it takes a little longer for it to really cure. Plus, make sure you put this stuff on thicker. Gel coat especially does not like to cure if it's like razor thin. So don't, you're going to waste some of it, obviously. You're going to sand a bunch of it off. That's the same with any polyester fairing compound. It needs to be on a certain thickness, or it's just going to be gummy as can be when you go to start sanding, and you're going to have a lot of sanding in front of you. So let's get back to it. I'm gonna go ahead and lie to you guys and tell you that sanding and fairing the boat is my favorite part of restoration. But hey, we're getting there. So you can see I started doing some of these seams. Front deck is got the first coat sanded off, and then you can obviously see where I have and have not sanded. So working my way down. Plan for now is just to keep at it. Like I said, most of this is non-skidded, so I don't have to sand all of it. I don't have to make it all perfect. I got some little marks here on the floor. This is my console template, and that's gonna basically go around here. It's pretty big, so I don't have to make this all perfect. I'm gonna make it nice because you're gonna be able to go inside the console. But yeah, anyways, getting there. But that's enough for tonight. I'm heading in. All right, guys, little update. Finished sanding and actually have smeared on the second coat. Did all the front deck, done all the sidewalls here, and back, and did the rear deck, most of it, and then I ran out of putty. I actually switched from the gel coat to just that lightweight polyester putty. I actually put a little splash of resin in there and a little bit of wax just to lighten it up a little more like go a little farther. And yeah, just wipe sand, wipe sand, wipe sand until you're happy with it. So I'm not going to go too crazy with it, obviously, because it's not going to be a showboat, but I want it to look nice. So I'm going to keep at it for a little bit longer. Not the greatest content to try and film. I might time lapse a little of it, but I mean, it's pretty monotonous, to be honest with you. So anyways, sometime this week I'll run up, get some more putty, and finish it up. Good Lord, I just listened to that last clip real quick before I started recording this one, and I sound miserable. This is not fun. But hey, we're getting there. So we've got, you know, the last coat, you know, those are on, front deck's done, gunnels are done, combing boards are done, rear deck's done, everything's done with the second coat. So walk away. God, it's rained the last couple days, so it's humid as can be. So I'm just going to give this a full day or so to really cure off, or else I'm not going to be able to touch it with the sander without gumming everything up, even though it's got wax on it. So that's the plan. Go to bed and back on it shortly. I think we're finally at a good point with this sanding. Good enough for spraying gel coat on top of it, at least. If you were painting, you know, looking for, you know, that good, nice, shiny, all craft, you know, all grip look, then you'd be still going. But I'm gonna spray some gel coat on this and roll some non-skid on it, and it should be good. So the next step is going to be cleaning it up because it is extremely dusty right now, and I'm sure you're picking that up. I mean, it's just an absolute mess. Wipe it down really well. I got a couple gallons of acetone over there, a few gallons of gel coat. Pumice made a fiberglass coatings run the other day. So that's next. Tape all these holes up because I have bilge painted inside of all these, and I don't want to overspray gel coat, and I don't want to overspray inside the live well and all that. So yeah, tape all those up and wipe it down, wash it. I might even throw it on the trailer, drag it outside, and hose it down just to really get all the dust out of it. Then bring it in, wipe it all down, acetone it, and get it ready. But that's all a problem for another day. So right now I just want to thank you guys for watching this whole thing all the way through. If you made it this far, thank you, like always. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. We've been working on this boat for a few months now, and I have every intention of seeing it to the end. So yeah, stay tuned. We're going to get some non-skid going next, and keep at it. Talk soon. Bye.